everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. And welcome back to my channel. Welcome to me, overheated, because I just sped cleaned and packed to go to the lake. So, I'm ready. Now I just gotta close everything up and go. But this weekend is also a weekend where I plan on reading some Trash My TBR books. They are currently packed and ready to go. So I'm bringing 4 books with me, 2 Trash My TBR books, and then The Eye of the World, and one last stop in case I care to listen to that one. But I do have all of these on audio, so on my drive up, I'm going to listen to one of them. My dog wants to go outside. So I just thought I'd start this vlog, get this weekend started, because we're going to the lake, and it's a Trash My TBR vlog. Happy Saturday! Hi, hello! I've made it to the cabin. Please excuse my atrocious hair. We just went to a little market and I found books. So of course, I broke my book buying ban. I didn't. Dad bought them, but like, still. It's okay. I got 3 for $10. Alright, we're just gonna leave it like this for a while. But yeah, I found the entire, or at least the first 3 of the Sabriel books. I was just gonna get these 2, but then I realized that my Sabriel will not match. So the 3 of them, amazing. And actually, yesterday we were looking at the books in my mom and dad's room because there's like a books on the thing that were left by the owners, and we found, or I found, the entire hardback set of the Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion. These are all from like the 70s. They're so cool! So I'm very excited about that. If I hadn't brought like 4 books with me, I would have been reading those last night. But speaking of books, let's go over that. Yesterday, I ended up starting The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. This is one of the Trash My TBR books that you guys thought give another chance to, because I wasn't a big fan of practical magic. Like, it was fine, it just didn't give me the vibes that I wanted. This was more witchy vibes, but it still wasn't like amazing. I mean, it was enjoyable to listen to, and I hammered all the way through it, and I got like to the end by 11 o'clock last night. Everything was fine. I mean, I didn't really feel connected to any of the characters, but I did like it more than Practical Magic. So that comment was correct. It was better than Practical Magic, but I will wait to put it through Compile because we don't have internet up here. So once I have internet, I will put it through Compile and I'll let you know. Probably around a 3-star though. Next, I'm going to be reading one of my own picks from my shelves that are like a maybe on haul. I have The Beholder, which is by Anna Bright. I have the audiobook for it, and it is a like nautical-y fantasy, I think. From English castle gardens to the fjords of Norge and even beyond the borders of dreaded Imperia Jotna, Scylla's quest will be the journey of a lifetime. So I haven't really heard anything about this either, so I'm gonna start listening to that today. I also brought with, because of course I did, I knew there was no Wi-Fi, so I wouldn't be able to watch any of my Dungeons and Dragons podcasts or anything, so I also brought One Last Stop, which I'm very excited to start reading. I actually might start reading that next. And then of course Eye of the World, because I need to finish it. I should probably finish this first. Right now I'm hungry though, so I'm gonna make lunch. So the Trash My TBR vlogs so far are going okay, I would say. I'm probably gonna unhaul Rules of Magic now that I've read it, because I don't really want to add it back into my shelves, which is totally fine. But yeah, Rules of Magic was like sort of okay. Wasn't terrible. Didn't hate it. Gave me a little bit of witchy vibes, but yeah, so we're gonna see if The Beholder is worth any of its salt. And if it's not, I'm gonna DNF it, because I have no qualms about DNFing books. And then I will have The Eye of the World and One Last Stop to read for today and tomorrow, which is exciting. But yeah, back to the city tomorrow, back to work Monday, and all that exciting stuff. But yeah, that's what's going on. It's the cabin. I'm gonna make some lunch because my stomach is grumbling, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Friends, happy Sunday. And just like that, I'm home. Bella and I left today at about 11:30 to come home because I have to go into the city and I gotta do 2 returns, and I figured might as well do them now, otherwise I will forget and then the time will run out and I won't be able to return them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna change into a dress or something because I feel kind of grungy. But yeah, we're home. Bella doesn't know what to do because Mom and Dad aren't home yet. I also, on the way home, I listened to like not even 20 minutes of The Beholder, and I'm not into it. I like reread the synopsis and it's just not something that I'm interested in. So that one was just DNF, not gonna do it. But I did start, because I had another audiobook on my Libby app. I did start 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake, and I'm a fair bit of the way through it, probably almost 3 hours through it, because audiobook in the car, and I had it at like 2.6 speed at one point because that's all I was doing, right? Was driving and listening to it, and it's just a straight road. And I was just like, all right, let's listen to this one. And it's okay so far. It's more intriguing than I thought it was gonna be, but the 3 queens don't even feel like people right now. Like everyone else around them feels like people. We're gonna see. But yeah, this one was also part of my Trash by TBR stack that I had picked out from my shelves that were like maybe on hauls. So they're going to be, or this one at least is going to be probably what I read for the rest of the day. As for right now, I'm gonna go take my stuff downstairs, fix myself up a little bit so I don't look so rough, and then go into the city, do my 2 returns, and just spend the rest of my Sunday relaxing because yet again we have reached the end of a weekend and tomorrow is back to work. Let's go do that. Hello, my lovely friends. I'm home now, officially back from doing my errands. I went all over the place. I went and returned a dress that was too short on me, and then I went and returned one of the books that I got for my birthday because it had a gift receipt, and I also then, of course, bought 2, not with my own money, with that returned book and with the gift card that I got. So like this was perfect amount to eat up that gift card, which was nice. So good time. But yes, I got these 2, and these are 2 books that I've been meaning to read and I've been wanting to read for a long time. This is A Psalm for the Wild-Built by Becky Chambers, and this is Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. And I really wanted to read Half Sick of Shadows because I saw this cover and this title, and it took me maybe 5 seconds to scream back when I saw it, when it was like announced that they were doing this book, that this book was being released. Because Half Sick of Shadows is a quote, a direct quote from one of my favorite poems of all time, The Lady of Shalott. And this is a like Camelot Arthurian retelling with the Lady of Shalott as like the main person. It's literally the Lady of Shalott reclaims her story in this bold feminist reimagining of the Arthurian myth. I'm so excited for this. But yeah, that's what I got up to. I've been meaning to pick this one up, and I'm so happy that I finally did. Look at that lovely spine. Ooh, so pretty. Anyways, that's what's up. I'm home now, and I am distinctly, so I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Feel gross. It's way too hot outside. And I don't know what I want to do. So that's my Sunday. I also should go start editing this vlog and all that kind of wonderfulness because tomorrow's Monday. So, but yeah, I'm home now. That was my adventure, and I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hey friends, it is now a fair bit later. I am in bed, as is obvious, and I'm reading news. I didn't end up reading any more of Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. I also don't know where I am in this book, so I'm gonna have to listen to the audiobook to find which chapter I'm on because I can't remember, but it's probably around 100 pages, maybe? I don't know. But I did start reading A Psalm for the Wild-Built, and I am only a chapter in, but I am enjoying it so far, and I'm annotating it. As you saw from that previous clip, I am fully annotating with like doodles and stuff. Taking my time with this one because I feel like this one's just like a lovely, soft steep of tea, which is essentially what it is. It's just lovely. I wanted to draw more plants, but like I'm not very good at drawing plants, so one is what happened. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading this tonight and just relax. I have a soundscape from a coffee shop. If you just like, honestly, if you just type in like coffee shop on Spotify, it comes with a bunch of like soundscapes, which is really fun. The one that I have has like jazz music and rain and people like talking, mumbling in the background. It is perfect. So perfect. The vibes are exactly what I need for this book. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. I will probably catch up with you guys in the morning. It has been a lovely weekend and I'm not yet ready to go back to work tomorrow, but alas, I have to. So I will chat with you guys tomorrow. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Monday. Hello. I'm sitting here at my desk as I usually am on a Monday, an hour into my work day, and I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I officially just DNF'd Three Dark Crowns. I just don't care. I turned on the audiobook for a few minutes and I was sitting here listening, and yeah, it was kind of intriguing, but not enough to really care. I would rather read books that I'm like actually super into. So far, my choices for the unhaul all were unhauls. Didn't need to try these so far. I've DNF'd 2 of those, but I did sort of enjoy Rules of Magic. I gave that one 2.5 stars. It was just like such a middle of the road book for me. Like I didn't care a lot about the characters, but it was like enjoyable enough that I wanted to keep listening to it. So that's why I didn't DNF that one. But yeah, Three Dark Crowns has officially been DNF'd. I'm going to return the loan to my library, mark it as a DNF, all that good stuff. But yeah, this month has just been a month of DNFs. My goodness. Because at the beginning of the month, I also like tentatively DNF'd The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. It's not like a complete DNF. I do want to pick it up again, but I feel like it's such a summer read that I don't think I'll get to it for the rest of this year. So I just wanted to get it off of my currently reading, and I was like, it's a tentative DNF, whatever, I'll probably go back to it because I was enjoying it, but I just not enough to pick it up. So a tentative DNF is where I'm at for that one. But that's okay. But yeah, I've DNF'd 3 books this month. Hench, I don't know if I talked about that one in this video, but I was listening to Hench by Natalie Natalie Zena Walsh-Scott. I don't know, it's like a superhero book. I was listening to it on the audiobook and it was like sort of interesting. I tried to listen to it on the way home yesterday and I was like, I just don't care. I'm 50% of the way through the book and I'm just don't care. I'm not engaged in the story. I really don't like our main character. She's kind of not fun. Like, it is a villain origin story, I think. And like the concept is really cool because she's what they call a hench. And in this world, she works for, like, she's a temp worker for a big supervillain or whatever. At the beginning of this story, you kind of get like the vibe that she doesn't love heroes all that much, but then like something happens during her job for this supervillain, and then that like launches her into like a very analytical situation. Maybe one day I will pick up the physical book for that one because I was like interested enough in the concept and I did get 50% of the way through. I just couldn't care less and I don't want to continue listening to it. So I DNF'd that one as well. And then I DNF'd The Beholder, got 20 pages in, was not a fan. Not for me, probably for somebody else. And then of course, Three Dark Crowns, I got 30% on the way in and I was like, nah. So we're weeding them down. I'm gonna have 3 on hauls off my shelves, Rules of Magic, The Beholder, and Three Dark Crowns so far. But I think as for like a Trash My TBR vlog, this was fairly successful because I did listen to one of you, or maybe even 2 of you. I think 2 of you mentioned the Rules of Magic on that original Trash My TBR video and saying, oh, this was worth it, read this. So thank you for telling me that because it was good enough. Like a 2.5 star is not like absolutely terrible for me. It was a really low 3-star in the Copile system, but like the way that I do it, I use half stars as well. Copile system does not, so I split it up differently. That was the vibe, and it was like gently witchy, and I liked it more than I liked Practical Magic. So that was the goal. That was the goal. And the goal also is to read more books on my actual physical TBR. So we're doing it. I removed 3 books off of my TBR this weekend. Oh, and I never told you guys, I finished The Eye of the World this weekend as well, and I adored it. I gave it 4 stars for a first fantasy book, and I am in for the long haul with this 15-book fantasy series. I'm so in. I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to slowly chip away at collecting the new tour covers for it. I have like all of them in my cart, like from Blackwell's, and it is over $300 Canadian to get them all. So I'm gonna just slowly chip away at it, get like the first few. I do have like the old covers in those mass markets. I have like 3 of them, the first 3, so I can read those as I go along. But yeah, when I get my next Audible credit up, which is probably gonna be in the next like few days, I'm gonna get the second audiobook and I'm gonna dive right in because I feel like this is gonna be a series that I'm just gonna need to keep reading continuously. Just keep going into the next book and take my time with them because I think it took me like 2 months to get through this one because I just didn't pick it up. But oh, I really loved it. I really loved it. One of you suggested that I do a video on The Eye of the World and Wheel of Time as a whole. So I'm gonna see if I can, now that I've read the first book, if I can plan out a video that's like a discussion video on like my expectations for the series, my expectations for the TV show coming up, that kind of a thing. So watch your feeds for that. It'll be coming eventually, probably later this month, early October. Who knows? Oh, what a good weekend for reading. I am gonna do a little bit more work and I will catch up with you guys probably a little later. I don't know what I'm going to listen to now. I just finished listening to the Newest Olympian podcast, which if you guys know, I absolutely love the podcast Potterless. The guy who does that, Mike Shubes, I don't actually think that's his name. is Michael Schubert, I think, but everyone calls him Shubes. He did that podcast and he like came to the end of the books and the movies and all the added stuff. So he finished that podcast because he had never read Harry Potter and that was his whole shtick, like reading Harry Potter for the first time as like a 27-year-old or whatever when he started the podcast. But he started now doing Hey Percy Jackson, and it is the most enjoyable podcast I have come across because his pure joy at listening to that podcast is just incredible. So I just finished listening to the newest episode of that one, and it is physically painful not having more episodes to listen to. So highly recommend that podcast. It's so good. But now I don't know what I'm gonna listen to. Music or something? I don't actually know what kind. I have to do a lot of work today, but I don't think any of it's like editing. So maybe I'll find another audiobook to listen to. I don't know. I haven't read any more of One Last Stop, but I did get to page 100 of A Psalm for the Wild Built last night, and it is so good. I love it. But anyways, I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hello, my lovely friends. It is now a little bit later, and I thought I would pop in because it is 10 minutes into my lunch break. I thought I would pop in and have a chat about this weekend and officially close out this vlog. So let me go put you somewhere. All right, so I figured it would be a little different to end this vlog up here rather than in my library because, you know, change. So this weekend, I set out to complete a little bit of a Trash My TBR vlog, which is something that I've been meaning to do for most of September, but we're here now. This weekend, I went out to my cabin for the first time, and I brought with 4 books, but 2 specifically for the Trash My TBR vlogs. I ended up bringing The Rules of Magic and The Beholder. I ended up reading this and giving this one 2.5 stars and DNFing this one after 20 pages. I also then on the way home from that decided to start another one of those books, which was 3 Dark Crowns. I looked at it last night and it was 117 pages in, decided to DNF it. That's okay. So those were the 3 for this Trash My TBR vlog. I am hoping to do another one next weekend as well. I just have to figure out which books I'm going to be reading for that. And then I also brought with me to the lake The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, which I ended up finally finishing, finally wrapping up, and I gave this one 4 stars. I am so excited to be really diving into a delicious, super expensive, established fantasy series, reading all 15 books eventually, and I think it's gonna be a good time. So this was amazing, and I'm super happy that I finally managed to wrap that one up. I also brought along One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I am officially 52 pages in, and I will be continuing to read this one as the week goes by because I am enjoying it. This was not part of any kind of Trash My TBR, but it is part of my September TBR that I intended on doing. And then when I got home, ran some errands, and I returned a birthday book and used my birthday gift card to Indigo to buy 2 books, and I decided to start one of them last night, and that is A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers, and it is a little itty bitty novella, and I am enjoying this so much. It is so sweet and so lovely. I am officially 100 pages in, and there are 160 pages in total, so I am nearly done this lovely novella, and I plan on finishing it tonight when I get home from work and just enjoying it immensely. And I'm also annotating it in the same style that I have been annotating my books recently. One last thing, and then I'll let you guys go. Today, and in my hunt for audiobooks, I decided to look on Libby and see what they have in their available now section, and I found the audiobook for Tristan Strong, Punches a Hole in the Sky, which is the first Tristan Strong book, which is by Kwame Mbalia, and this was part of the Rick Riordan Presents. And I was like, you know what? I've been meaning to read this, and I tried reading it, I believe, last year, and I was not in the mood for it when I started reading it. So I was like, I'm gonna try it again. So I picked up the audiobook, and I'm officially 130 pages in, and I am eating this up. I am enjoying this so much. The audiobook is fantastic. So that's what I've been listening to for my work day, and I'm super excited to keep reading this and keep going with it. I hopefully will have a good chunk of it done today because, as I said, it's about 12:43 now, and I work this job until about 3:30, and then I have teaching at 4:45. So we will see how much I get done of this today. That has been my weekend. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming to my cabin with me for the first time and seeing this Trash My TBR vlog. If you guys want to watch the original video, I will leave it linked down below. If you want to go see the original Trash My TBR video to see what all kind of books there are. And you can look at the comments to see which ones are up for my Trash My TBR vlogs. I believe we have 1,000 Splendid Suns. We have All the Light We Cannot See. I believe there's Truth Witch in there, which is one that I'm very interested in reading because I believe it's gonna be like, this is my last chance I'm giving for the book, but there's a few in there. So definitely go give that a watch if you care to do so. But my friends, I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.